Welcome back to the Castlevania Timeline Marathon, everyone. Last time we ventured forth to the year 1591 in the events of Belmont's revenge for the original Game Boy/Game Boy Color and saw how Christopher Belmont's era ended. Now we made it to the game all people are familiar with, the one that kick-started this franchise, the original 1986 of Castlevania 1 for the NES. Castlevania is an action platformer and was released on September 26, 1986 for the NES/Famicom. It has the player take control of the most recognizable Belmont in the lineage, Simon Belmont. This game is meant to be one of those hard-to-beat games on the NES, much like the original Mega Man, Ghosts and Goblins, TMNT, etc. The gameplay of Castlevania uses platform gameplay and is divided into 6 blocks of 3 stages each, for a grand total of 18. Simon can move left and right, jump, crouch, and climb stairs, and of course, use the vampire killer. Now, I never brought this up in my Castlevania 3 review, but when the player presses the button to crack the whip, there is like this short little delay before Simon actually flings the whip, meaning you have to plan a few seconds ahead. Now, since Simon actually has a health bar that we can see more clearly, that also means enemies do a certain amount of damage, but thankfully there are hidden pot roasts within the walls of Castlevania. And yes, everyone made the joke before on how disgusting it is, and why would Simon even consider eating a pot roast that was hidden behind a wall to begin with? But play the game yourself. It looks delicious. I would definitely eat it if I was desperate for something to eat. Eating a pot roast can recover a certain amount of health. There are also whip upgrades, and do not worry, it's not like in the Adventure or Belmont's Revenge, where when you get hit, the whip downgrades a peg. This time the whip stays the same until you die, which thankfully is a lot better. Now this Castlevania game in particular also received dozens of re-releases like Super Castlevania 4 for the SNES in 1991 and Castlevania Chronicles released for the original PlayStation in 2001. With another version packed in it known as Akumajo Dracula, originally released in Japan only for the Sharp 68,000 home computer in 1993. In 2002, it was part of Konami Collector's Series, Castlevania and Contra, for Windows, and in 2004 as part of the Classic NES series by Nintendo, which was available for the Game Boy Advance. Now, here's the thing. I feel like this ages the game. With numerous ports and re-releases, much like the original Doom, Sonic 1, Mega Man, and Mega Man X, it ages the game in a negative way. That being said, I'm giving the original release of Castlevania a 7 out of 10. Over 30 years later, this game is still hard, but it's actually very fair. I hope this review of the original Castlevania satisfied you. If you liked it, click like, subscribe to the channel, click that notification bell so you can join me next time when I take a look at Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest, also for the NES. Till then, take care everyone. Also, follow me on my social medias, links are down below.